In February 2026, the US and Israel launched joint airstrikes on Iran and killed its supreme leader on day one. What followed was a full-blown war. Missiles hit ships in the Gulf. Cities got hit. Regional powers picked sides or scrambled to stay out of it. Except one country did something strange. It didn't pick a side. It didn't stay silent either. Pakistan stepped into the middle of one of the most dangerous conflicts in the region's recent history, and somehow ended up being trusted by both Washington and Tehran at the same time. Two countries that don't trust each other on anything. Both trust Pakistan. Here's how that actually happened. Let's set the scene first. The war started on the 28th of February 2026 with coordinated US-Israeli strikes on Iran. Iran's supreme leader was killed in that first wave. This wasn't a limited strike. It escalated fast, and it pulled in the entire Gulf region. It shares a 900-kilometer border with Iran. Millions of Pakistanis work in Gulf countries and send money home that the economy depends on. Pakistan buys a huge share of its energy from the Gulf. If this war spiraled, Pakistan wasn't going to be a bystander watching from far away. Condemning both sides, while staying useful to both sides, requires actual diplomatic skill, and it requires both governments to believe you're being straight with them. At the same time, Pakistan was dealing with its own war on its western border with Afghanistan. So while Islamabad was trying to position itself as a responsible mediator on the world stage, it was simultaneously managing an active conflict at home. That's not a detail most coverage of this story even mentions, but it matters. Pakistan wasn't mediating from a position of comfort. It was doing this while stretched on another front. Pakistan helped broker a 2-week ceasefire early in the conflict, working alongside Qatar. That ceasefire held long enough to get both sides into a room, which is the entire game in this kind of mediation. You don't need a peace deal on day one. You need enough of a pause that talking becomes possible again. From there, Pakistan hosted the first round of what's now called the Islamabad Talks on April 10 and 11. This is significant for a simple reason. Countries don't let you host talks between their negotiators unless they trust you to run a fair table. The US and Iran agreeing to sit in Islamabad, of all places, tells you something about how each side viewed Pakistan's role by that point. A second round followed later that month. Then came the Lake Lucerne Summit, held at the Bergenstock Resort in Switzerland, where Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief Asim Munir met directly with US, Iranian, and Qatari representatives. Having your head of government and your top military commander both present at that table is a signal too. It tells the room that Pakistan's commitment isn't just diplomatic theater. Its military establishment is behind it as well. Regional analysts have pointed out that despite the fighting and the harsh rhetoric on both sides, Iran and the US keep circling back to Pakistani mediation because it's the only channel both sides genuinely believe in. So where does this go from here? Pakistan's position as mediator isn't guaranteed to last. If the ceasefire collapses for good, or if Washington and Tehran decide they no longer need a middleman, this window closes. But right now, Pakistan has built something genuinely rare in international relations: the trust of two governments that don't trust almost anyone else, including each other.